Hi everybody, thank you for joining my channel. Go ahead and don't forget to subscribe. That's going to be the red R towards the bottom right. In this video, we're going to show you how to do the strong head maintenance on a Ri2000. This can be used in conjunction with the head recovery process to get back some lost nozzles on your white carriage. Some of the items we're going to need are going to be a capping jig, and we're also going to need some Ricoh cleaning fluid. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to get our jig ready. We want to make sure we got some of that fluid, and we're going to put it inside the gaskets here, and we want to make sure that it goes through the very rim until it looks like it's going to overflow. So you should see a little dome of cleaner right on top. We're going to go ahead and do that to all these gaskets. Now this should take about 1.5 mLs or almost 2 mLs. If you have one of these readers, you'll see here. So about 1.5 will be right here. So you want to make sure you have enough cleaner to where it looks like it's going to overflow. Okay. Once that's ready, we're going to go ahead over to our control panel. Okay. On our control panel, we're going to select the settings menu, which is a little gear right here. We're going to go to options. We're going to scroll all the way to the far right, and we're going to see an icon that says nozzle strong maintenance. Now, in order to have this option, we need to make sure our firmware is up to date, and that should be the panel should be up to 1.47. We also want to make sure that our sub-control board, our CTLs are all up to date as well. You can go ahead on the Ricoh website. I'll leave the link on where to find that update to the latest version. Okay, let's go ahead and go back. Once again, we're going to go to settings, options, and we're going to scroll all the way to the right until we see nozzle strong maintenance. We're going to go ahead and select that one. We're going to select the white carriage because we want to recover the white heads, and we're going to press next. Alright, here we're going to select all the print heads because we want to flush them all out, make sure they're all nice and clean to recover all our nozzles, and hit next. Now keep in mind, in order to do this, the best way of doing it is by flushing your print head with cleaner. In some cases, the print head won't flush completely, but you want to go ahead and at least try that process first. Auto head cleans, nozzle checks, that would be the first step in the head recovery process. Alright, as you can see here, the machine is prompting us to open the front cover, so we're going to open that. And then as you can see, our carriage has actually moved over towards the center of the printer, which is right there. That's going to be our white carriage. Okay, now that we open up the top cover, we're going to tell the unit that we went ahead and did that, and we're going to select next. Now it's asking us to go ahead and fill the jig with cleaning fluid, which we already did, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to cap this. Now keep in mind, you can do this very carefully. Make sure you don't spill any of that liquid. These two pins here towards the right should be facing the right of the carriage or towards the screen. I just want to be real careful. Asking hand so I can actually go towards the top of the carriage. You might need to come towards the front of it. And we're going to cap that. Okay. Let me go ahead and show you how that works. So as you can see here, my cap is on my carriage. I'll go ahead towards the inside of the machine and I'll show you how to do that. As you see my hand here, I'm coming in through the front of the machine. I'm going to go ahead and release this real quick. As you can see, my two pins are here towards the right, and I'm very carefully going to line this up. Make sure you don't spill any of that liquid, and we're going to cap that. Alright, once we make sure that that is capped, on our display panel, we're going to select next. So it's here, check the head protection cover is correctly secured, which is the cap at the bottom of the carriage, which we already did. We're going to go ahead and hit next. It's gonna prompt us to close the top cover. And then we're gonna select next. It's gonna ask us, do you want to run the strong head maintenance? We're gonna hit start. And the maintenance is running. This will take a few minutes, so you can go ahead, just leave it towards the top left. You'll see your percentage. It will take about a minute or two, so you want to make sure that it runs all the way through. Alright, as you can see, our machine has finished, and it's asking us to open the front cover and detach the head protection or that capping jig. So you're going to go ahead and open the top cover. We're going to go over towards the carriage. And again, I'm going to go towards the front of the printer, and I'm going to go ahead and remove that cap right there. You see my hand down here. Very carefully, I'm just going to press on the top here, this little ledge, to release that. Make sure you don't spill any cleaner or ink inside your unit. Coming back over here to my jig, you'll see how the jig now is filled with ink in there. So what it's doing is creating like a little plunger action where the cleaner is going in and out of the head to make sure we unclog some of those nozzles. Okay, once we got that jig removed, we're going to go ahead and press next. After we press next, the carriage is going to go back to its home location. Now the machine is going to prompt us to close the top cover. And then we're going to press next. The machine is going to run a small maintenance. Once it's done doing its maintenance, we're going to do a nozzle check and see how our print heads are doing. This process might need to be done more than once, just depending how your nozzle check comes out. So you might need to do it maybe around 2, maybe 3 times. Just depends on how clogged your nozzles are. Now after about a week or so, if we don't see any progress, definitely call Ricoh tech support, continue with your case manager, and see what will be the next steps. Okay, once it's done here, I'm going to go ahead and run a nozzle check. So I'm going to move this stuff out the way for the time being. I'm going to press return on my screen to get out of that menu. Alrighty, now that our maintenance is complete, we're going to go ahead and run a nozzle check. We're going to go to our screen. We're going to select our maintenance menu. We're going to do our auto height. And we're going to select standard and medium platinum. Once that plan goes all the way in, we're going to go ahead and run a nozzle check. We're only going to do it on the white print head because that's the one that we cleaned out. Okay, now that our plan's all the way in, we're going to select nozzle check, white head only, and print. As you can see from our nozzle check, we still have a few little nozzles missing. We can go ahead and run auto head clean strong. That should fill that in. Or we can go ahead and run that strong nozzle maintenance again, just to get those to fill in. Alright, thank you everybody for joining us. Please don't forget to subscribe. That's going to be the R towards the bottom right. It's in red. Leave us some comments. Let us know what videos you guys want to see next, and we'll go ahead and get some up for you guys. Thank you, and have a good rest of your day.